This is Hannibal here with a daily wrestling news update for you. Raja Jackson, not only after more than a week now is he not arrested, he's being booked for Danger Pro Wrestling, a California indie company. Apparently, according to the Wrestling Observer, this is actually my Wrestling Observer review this week, my review of the points I find interesting in Dave Meltzer's Wrestling Observer newsletter. Apparently, there were some fans on hand for the event that had sent Dave Meltzer comments about this whole situation. And originally, the fans in attendance thought this was a fan that had ran into the ring to attack the wrestler, Psycho Stu, because apparently there was no explanation given. It was only the fourth match on the show. Nobody knew who the hell Raja Jackson was because he was a nobody until then. He was a 0-1 MMA fighter. And then they just announced the show was over with. So there was a lot of confusion. Apparently, police came about 15 minutes after the incident took place and wrote up a report categorizing the assault as aggravated battery. But to anyone's knowledge, there have been no charges actually filed. So you can only imagine Stu probably got a payoff not to press charges. WWE got their lowest crowd in Manchester, United Kingdom, in a very long time. They had only about 6,000 fans, including comps, at a 22,000 seat arena last week. The worst crowd they've ever drawn in that city. In a strange statement, Stephanie McMahon told U.S. cable viewers to change their VPN to Canada, where you could watch all of the WWE content on Netflix. Or even better, they put all the highlights on YouTube. Just watch the highlights on YouTube. Don't pay for Netflix because I can tell you, I got Netflix and it's not all it's cracked out to be. WWE Clash in Paris only has 5 matches announced for tomorrow's big show at a 45,000 seat rugby arena. There's about 29,763 tickets out right now. But they're going to call it a sellout no matter what they end up with. Apparently, WWE has pulled all of their Karrion Kross merchandise, and Kross is insisting his WWE firing is not a work. Meltzer says that the lack of fan response related to his firing or his release compared to R-Truth is probably one of the reasons. While they initially may have been thinking of hiring him back, they may have lost interest in it. In AEW news, even though they had said they had their biggest crowd ever in the UK O2 Arena for their pay-per-view over the weekend, their Forbidden Door pay-per-view with absolutely nothing forbidden about it. Apparently, Money in the Bank 2003 drew 17,617 in that arena, and AEW drew 17,615. So they were still 2 seats shy of Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank also drew a 3.4 million gate where AEW only topped 2.7 million. But here's the interesting thing. I just told you they're only planning 13 matches for Paris. The the AEW show had over 60 wrestlers in almost 6 hours of matches. There was 13 matches on the show, many of them multi-matches. Yes, it is live. So just think about how much it costs to fly 60 wrestlers over to the UK. And not to mention pay them. It's surely more than they took in at the gate. But AEW, Jack Swagger actually did an interview that said Tony Khan is daddy's little billionaire and the wrestlers are just, quote, his playthings. Swagger also said in that same interview, John Cena refused to put him over in WWE. Dynamite this week from the ECW Arena had their lowest attendance ever, only about 900. And their lowest viewership ever, 0.13 rating and only about 500,000 viewers. It was picketed by the Theatrical Stage Employers Union because they're going to an arena where they don't have to use union staff. It's cheaper to rent that arena. Little does the union actually know that the reason they're going to that is they can't get crowds into the bigger arenas in Philadelphia anymore. So they have to go to basically it's basically the ECW arena with a smaller crowd than ECW had, and it's a corporate company going in there. So it's as far off from ECW as you can get. There's apparently the Wrestlers documentary on Netflix, which I've tried to watch a couple times. It's pretty boring. And apparently Netflix is not picking it up, but they're going to try and film another season and air it somewhere else. Where are you seeing Rampage son getting charged? He's apparently not getting charged anywhere I've seen. And it's been 8 days now, and he's booked for Danger Pro Wrestling. There you go, fans.